All right, everybody, we were gonna come out and do haunted houses. They pulled a fast one on us, said they're announcing a new ride. Let's go check it out. Join us today on the XP Project. All right, we are out at the Lagoon Park in Farmington, Utah. You know, I wanted to start this video out. I wanted to say Lagoon is doing things right. I came out here, I actually got here at like 3:30-ish time. No, it was probably closer to like 3:45. There were like a little bit of cars lined up at the parking. It wasn't too bad. But Lagoon is doing things right. This whole like ride reveal situation and, you know, hyping things up and whatnot, I think it's the right way to do these things. You know, like parks like Disney and stuff I always compare because it's close comparisons, but you know, they'll kind of like give like concept art and then it like doesn't go anywhere, and then it's like years later they, you know, and then they'll kind of just like break ground or whatever. But Lagoon does this really well, and I like that they're doing this because people are coming out to see this. And you know, I've been the last couple Fridays and it's actually been kind of dead. But a lot of people are out here to see this today, and I'm super excited to see what it is. So for those of you that don't know, and obviously you'll see the thumbnail in the video, there is a new attraction or ride being announced today. I don't know anything about this besides what you guys have just put in the comments, kind of some ideas. But I'm assuming they'll probably have a little like presentation, pictures, they might show some of the construction. But basically they're saying just to go down to the west side of Wild Mouse. So right now there's just like the ropes because it's not quite open yet. It's only like 4:45 right now, 4:45. So it's not open yet, so I don't really know what's gonna go on, but we're gonna go check it out here in just a minute. So they did a pretty good job about kind of guiding you around the Wild Mouse, and it actually made us go right past the sign that was there, the big, something big is coming. Thought that was really cool how they did that. All right, so just off the bat, they've got like German, like beer fest type kind of music playing right now. I think this is going to be themed.
There's plenty of room on this side if you want to kind of filter over there.
I think this is going to be themed like German. And now that I'm thinking of that, or Swedish or something like that, because that thing did look like a Nutcracker's face. And I think that that's what this is because they're playing kind of, you know, that like beer fest style music. And I really thought that when I first saw that, it kind of sounded interesting and looked interesting. And there is a guy that's kind of dressed up as like a Swiss Alps climber. I'm assuming he's probably going to do something during the presentation, but like I said, we don't know anything yet. We're just kind of waiting for the presentation, be about 10 minutes away. You know, hopefully some of you guys are here watching this, but they do have a little like tarp thing that's like covering something. I'm assuming like a picture maybe. You know, that's going to reveal something maybe towards the end of the presentation. But this is just fun being out here because, you know, I mean, I've been coming here for 40 years and it's just nice to see something new, you know? It's always kind of been my thing since this was, you know, since that sign was put out. My big question still is, where is the room for it? And whoever's engineering this job, it's going to be amazing to see what they can fit there because there's not a lot of space there. And, you know, my initial thought, I'm kind of standing here looking right now just while we're waiting and kind of thinking about some things, but my initial thought is maybe they would move the Wild Mouse because that's not a coaster that would really be that hard to move because it's basically just a steel coaster. There's not like any like foundation necessarily to it besides just cement. So my thought was maybe that they would move that. But it doesn't appear that that's, you know, going anywhere unless they're just waiting for the off season to do that. But I'm really curious to see where the room's going to be. And the only thing I'm wondering is maybe that walkway between the Spider and the Wild Mouse might be gone. Like that might just take up the whole ride space and you have to go all the way around by Colossus to actually get on it. We'll see. Drop in the comments if you guys came out here for this, because I mean these are just really fun because it's like it's not a regular day at Lagoon. I mean, they're announcing this and it's just so great. You know, we only get these you know, big announcements, you know, about once a year, so they make a pretty big deal out of it, and it's really fun to come out to. I know there's a lot of waiting and there's a lot of lines and stuff, but it's so worth it to come out here. Drop in the comments, let me know if you came out. All right, so I know like the sound might not be perfect and whatnot, but basically from here on out, the presentation is going to start in like 5 minutes. I'm just going to kind of do a video roll of that, and then we'll kind of see how it sounds when I get home and edit. But I kind of want you guys to just, you know, for you guys that aren't here, just to kind of see what's going on here.
Good evening, can you hear me? Welcome. My name is Julie Freed, and I am here on behalf of our fabulous collaborative team, and it is our pleasure to share some very exciting news with you. If you can feel a surge of Oktoberfest energy in the air, you are absolutely right. Today, we are celebrating a tradition of safety, craftsmanship, quality engineering, and a thrilling new beginning. We are officially announcing Lagoon's new exhilarating attraction set to open next season, the Nutcracker. Next year, a 50-foot Nutcracker icon will proudly stand guard, ready to welcome every guest to join the fun. The best part? This icon will be dwarfed by the sheer size of the ride itself. We are incredibly proud to bring the world-class power and engineering of an S&S worldwide Scream and Swing right here to the park. As you can see, this is a colossal, jaw-dropping ride that will dominate the skyline here at Lagoon. This ride is built to thrill, and here are a few fun facts to put its power and its sheer scale into perspective. The steel arch structure measures about 105 feet tall, taller than the Wicked Tower. As you swing, you won't just see the sky, you'll hang in it. Riders will fly up to nearly 150 feet above ground, the same height as our Sky Coaster. At maximum speed, riders will soar at a blistering 68 miles per hour, nearly as fast as the top speed of Cannibal. During the main sweep of the ride, guests will experience up to 4.7 vertical Gs, more forces than astronauts experience when exiting the Earth's atmosphere. The total ride experience lasts approximately 108 seconds of pure exhilaration. We want to thank our partners at S&S Worldwide for their innovation and fabrication of this ride, as well as Big D Construction, who is constructing the foundations and support structure for the ride. Last but not least, we have partnered with 3DX Scenic, who is already fabricating our 50-foot Nutcracker icon. Finally, to ensure a safe and fun experience for our guests, all riders must be a minimum of 48 inches tall to ride. We'll see you on the swing. Let's get cracking.
Woo!
Thank you for coming.
All right, I got a lot of stuff to say here. So the cambering was horrible. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna see if the speech sounds good enough when I get back to the house. You know, there was just a lot of people crammed in here. There was a pole right there, but they had that big banner that I'm getting shots of here going up slowly. Not to toot my own horn, guys, come on. I called a Nutcracker something, and go back and watch my video before they even announced it. Those eyes just looked like the Nutcrackers from when we were little kids, so confirmed. So it is an S&S Swings. A lot of you guys had said that, but I just didn't want to say anything because I don't like to say stuff that you know, isn't factual until we know for sure. But most of you guys called that, so it's exactly what we know. But you know, I've got like a lot of questions, and I think we'll be diving into this in the construction videos starting at the beginning of the year, because we'll probably only have, you know, a couple more videos now till the season's over. But I still, and I said it before, I don't know how this is gonna fit here. I don't know where they're gonna put this. I mean, obviously it's gonna, because they're already constructing it, but I'm really interested to see, and the thought that I have is maybe that they're gonna take a little bit of the beer garden out, because there's that back area kind of that has some seating that no one really ever sits in. And so I'm kind of wondering if maybe they're gonna tear some of that out, but I'm gonna get some B-roll of this and kind of, you know, they've got like a little thing set up with like the, you know, Swiss nutcrackers and things like that. And I want to get some B-roll footage of this, but we'll talk a little bit more about this. But I'm so excited to watch this construction, even more so than I was with the district, because I don't know how it's going to fit. All right, so the more that I'm standing back here, I think that there is room. I think there's more room than I think. It didn't look like it initially, but I think something's gotta go. I think that like that teriyaki sticks has gotta go, or maybe like that hang time carnival game, just to kind of give the room there. But I'm really interested to see where the queue's gonna go. And the reason I wonder is because if it comes out on the west side of Wild Mouse, it's gonna bump heads with the Wicked queue during the Halloween season. But if it goes up Teriyaki Sticks way, then it might create a huge bottleneck up that way. And I mean, I don't know. Here's what I'd like to ask you guys. Do you think this is going to command the kind of lines that Primordial did the week that it opened and the month it opened? And even now, I mean, Primordial's line is huge, and I just don't know where that's going to go. So I'm so excited to see, but I don't think we're going to be able to do a ton of construction videos on this, because I think it's going to be ready probably around March. I mean, you know, I'm kind of hobnobbing with people around here. There's a lot of people out here just talking and whatnot. Lagoon employees and not, and I think this is going to be ready probably around March, if I'm, you know, hearing people correctly. And if that's the case, I mean, it's going to be ready probably when the park opens. So we can't be in here, you know, from November to March. So we're not going to see the process of it. I think it's going to be what it is today, and then March we're going to come and it's going to be ready to go. So hopefully, you know, once they get that in, we'll have some construction on other projects that they're starting after that. But I do want to say, you know, I talked about this in a couple of videos recently, how Primordial just pulls everyone to that side of the park, and this south side of the park just is not busy anymore. It's just not. And I think that this is going to pull some major crowds down to this side of the park. And we need it. We need it bad, because Primordial is just too busy right now. I mean, it's like you're lucky to maybe get on that. Like, I mean, I've only rode Primordial like once this year, just because when I come out, I don't have a ton of time to be, you know, waiting in like a 2-hour line or whatever. And we really need that crowd pulling to get things a little bit away from Primordial. So hopefully this does that. I'm super excited about it. And then go back through those videos of mine. Both construction videos that I talked about this, I said that looked like a Nutcracker. I mean, that face looked like a Nutcracker. You know, we used to have those as kids. During Christmas time, you know, Grandma would give you like a Nutcracker. And I mean, when you were a kid, you had no idea what it was even used for, because we didn't eat like those huge, you know, walnuts with the casing around them and whatnot. And so we just like, you know, I'd play with the Nutcrackers like with my action figures or whatnot when I was a little kid. But those eyes looked just like it when they unveiled that banner. I was like, oh boy. And I even kind of had a feeling when I came in, you could hear the German music, and you know, there was the guy dressed up kind of like the German mountain climber, and whatnot. You know, I was like, oh man, you know, not to toot my horn, but I was right about that Nutcracker thing. Because, you know, at first I kind of thought maybe it was just like some, you know, like some stock art or something that they had used for eyes just to make it look like that. But it was, and I think it's going to be a great addition to the park. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for our impromptu ride reveal video. I was going to originally come out and do the haunted houses tonight, but you know, they brought the announcement out that they were going to announce this ride, and we'll do the haunted houses next week. We got plenty of time to do it, even though we don't, because the park's getting ready to kind of be at the end of the season here. But I am super excited about this. Thanks everybody for being part of this channel. I'm so happy. Lagoon's just really, you know, what's the best way to say it? They're really just innovating, and they're moving towards, you know, a better tomorrow. And I just appreciate all you guys being along for the ride. Thanks for joining us on the XP project.